Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Here I am in my Tiger 131 on Himmelssteepsdorf. You can see I'm running a Turbo Rammer and IA Tiger 131 Tier 6 Tiger. I like this thing quite a bit. I just finished the 100 Battle Challenge on that. Ended up at 60 something percent, 65, 66, something like that, I think. Also in the top 10 recents, 30 battles recency in this thing. This is a really good Tier 6 heavy tank. I mean, you can hardly beat it. I've got the witch crew in there, so the annoyances, the voices, the announcements. Is that a combo of announces and voices? The annoyances are very annoying. Anyway, this video is mostly just about whining. Sue me. I don't know if it's whining. It's the video where I say things like, how are you doing? How did that happen? What is going on here? You'll notice that we have a T29, Gran Rastrero. He's headed my way, sort of. I don't know. I guess there's probably maybe shooting at these guys who are being very silly in the middle. I mean, the Tiger 1 has done us a solid by taking one of their Tier 7 heavies and just driving into the middle. And that was my first what are you doing kind of moment on this particular match. But the T29's coming my way, and I figure this is a good sign because a T29 on steeps spawned in the south going over to the west is a pretty strong tank because you got a lot of hold down capability over here. Whoa, I almost spilled my coffee. I was trying to put my elbow on the table. Anyway, you don't care. T29 is very strong over here. Let's go see what's going on. I'll take the old Tiger 131, and we find an Easy 8 hanging out. Now, what I don't want to do is immediately get spotted, shot by someone in that bush, and two arties hit me. So I'd like to avoid that. It looks like the other side is pretty well engaged. Our Tiger 1's over there. Here comes the T29. When you are assessing how your team is doing around you, because my assumption at the beginning is that people are semi-competent. And if they come to a spot like this and they bring the right tank, I go, okay, that's a good sign. And some of you may be saying, well, Guido, that's your first mistake. Don't assume anyone's semi-competent. But I do, because I don't know. Why not? Right? He came to the right spot. Looks like we're working together. And I'm thinking, this is a good sign. And he's crossed. And when he crossed, he didn't take 4,200 billion shots. So that made me feel good. That makes me feel like there's not much here. All we see is an Easy 8 and a Basoto. Tiger surprised me a little bit because I thought he was in the middle stuck. But he's coming over here with not many hit points. So I'll push up. I'm like, all right, T29. Let's see what you can do, my friend. Is there anybody sitting there? I don't see him. Where's the Basoto? Don't know. What about this Tiger? Can we get a shot? And all right, there. Oh, this guy. We'll shoot him. There, nice. Okay, very good. T20 killed him. We also have a T20 back there. Very nice. But I ask myself often in this game, like, what were you doing there? What? T29's still back there. You'll see what I mean when we get to the end, right? I really feel like the teamwork is making the dream work right here. I'm up front, got 400 damage, 700 something assist. This is all looking good. Getting a little aggressive on the AT. Oops, that was a bit of a mistake. We'll fix the engine. Okay, that's not good. I got to back out of this thing. Here comes this fella. He wants to come shoot me. Nobody has backed me up. Now, this is where I started to go, this is not exactly what I expected. I sort of got up here, and these two dudes are back there. Still. Okay, fine. I got to back out. Got a little over-aggressive. We bounced that guy. That's a bummer. And we escape. Uh-oh. Bisante. Nope. Okay, good. He missed. Bit of a derpy gun. That's nice because that's a 300 alpha gun. He's got a long reload, so I'm going to take the opportunity to come in here and miss. Basoto's doing a little turn, so I notice he's not really paying attention. Let's see if we can get a shot on this guy this time. Nope. Another bounce. Oh, look, the KV2's here. Here he comes. Let's see what he can do. Where's the T29, folks? Well, he's still back there in the same spot. Still, he's getting arty. I guess to his credit, maybe he is just being focused down by the two arty. I suppose, really, at the end of the day, that's doing me a solid, isn't it? If you really think about it, that means the Artie isn't shooting at me. It means it's taking its time shooting at him, but they're still back there. They're still back there. We're up to 1,347 assists, 486 damage. This is something I talk about a lot as well. You know, the experience and the damage is up front. I tried tracking, but it didn't work. I get slapped by the M12. I get crushed by the Tiger, and I'm thinking it's over. And then, oh, KV2. Very nice. And we'll move forward. T29 finally moving. 700 damage, 1,347 assist. Looking bad back at the cap. Starting to keep an eye on that. That's not great. But I see the E25 and the Super Hellcat up in really great defensible positions. Snap works. I'll take it. So this is a situation where I look at the cap and go, okay, and the T20 went back. I'm thinking, more than likely, based on what's left on the map, more than likely those two jokers back there are going to hold that pretty well. So we still have some guys to kill. I can't quite disengage here without being shot in the back yet, from what I can see. Super Chaffee's doing his thing. So we're going to hang out. And it looks like maybe they're not pressing our two guys very hard. I do want to avoid getting killed by the M10, though. My little hatch sticks up pretty far. That's going to be exposed well before... That's going to be exposed well before I get my gun online. Jackson kills the Basoto. Very nice. And once again, let's just... What is he doing? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just going to give it away, folks. At the end of the game, he's done, I want to say, 30-something damage in a kill, from what I remember. And I don't think he gets the kill until a little while later. See, he's hanging out right here. Just look at this for a moment, though. He's right here on this corner. And you know, SA is a heck of a thing. I think he's a fairly new player, from what I remember. But even older players, or let's call it more experienced players, regardless of their age, sometimes the SA is not there. If I'm looking at this and trying to gather SA, I would go, oh, there are 3601s on the other side of the map. I can see the icon over there. The M10's right here in front of these guys. That leaves only 2 artillery. These dudes have this guy. He's fighting them from the front. Why not just drive across here and shoot him in the back? Even if the M44 and M12 sees me, more than likely if they shoot, they'll be exposed at this range by somebody like the Jackson or even myself at that point. So there's really no reason for the T29 to not start moving. People learn interesting lessons in this game at times for things that work or don't work. Shoot him in the top there, just trying to keep alive with my 9 hit points. All right, there goes the Artie. He's making a runner. T29's looking at him. Don't know why he's taking so long to shoot. So I back all the way up here. His shot went after the guy died. I mean, possibly he's running a 200 ping. Right? There's a million reasons. That doesn't mean I don't look at it and say, "What are you do? What happened? What are you doing? How did we get here? How?" And I will say, during the game, this is all hindsight that I've been talking. During the game, I thought he was right with me. I thought he was kicking down doors. I thought he was doing damage. I was looking at my damage like, well, I'm not doing a whole bunch. Somebody's getting the assist, right? I've got somebody did 14 somebodies, multiple somebodies did 1,448 with my assistance, either tracking or spotting. 2,800 total damage for me. And I'm like, well, that guy, man, a T29 on this flank, he just must have been busy doing some work back there. And I did check a couple times. He was getting artied. I thought his positioning actually wasn't bad. About here, I wondered why he wasn't more forward, but then I got the replay and I looked at it, and I looked at his damage, and I went, I have no earthly clue what was going on with that guy. And it can trick you, right? Because go back to the beginning, I said I kind of assume people who look like they're doing something competent are relatively competent, right? And this also goes back even further to videos recently of mine, and we've had a lot of discussion on it about meat shielding and what it means, and basically people who let their team go out and die and then do cleanup damage, people who never really trust their teammates. And I get why that happens. right? It's not irrational. But I try to lean towards assuming they're semi-competent. That just seems like a more fun way to play to me. Sometimes you get caught out. Sometimes you rely on somebody. I get mad about it on stream all the time if I make a move and somebody doesn't back it up. The problem is you don't have access to their brain or to them being in a debrief and going, hey, what were you doing here? There may be a perfectly logical, reasonable reason why they don't, because we don't have comms. So I think it's endlessly interesting and fascinating to look at this and break it down as much as you can. It would be better if you could actually get some of their input on it, but it's always something different with this game when you're in pubs. You just never know what you got. You try to assess it, you try to look at the tiering, you try to look at the matchmaker, the map, you watch the way that people are playing. He seemed to be up there with me, things seemed to be rolling and progressing really nicely. We ended up with the win, but when I looked at his results, I went, what on earth was going on? Unreal, man. It's the results when you get the card back and look at it are sometimes really interesting in this game when you look at what someone did or didn't do. Sometimes the other direction, right? You think somebody was completely useless doing nothing, and then they drop $3,000. Like, wow, I didn't realize his gun was singing that well. Clearly the E25 had a big day over there with 5 kills, and he held off the push pretty well on the other side. So I'm not saying my side had everything to do with this win. Obviously the East side did some good work as well with the E25. I just thought it was interesting. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That's all I've got for today. We will see you. Maybe. Hold on. Wait. What? Oh, right. See ya.